In a video a while back, I talked about what I thought was the best way to play jungle in both solo queue and competitive. In that video, I basically said it's always best to play for yourself and permafarm your camps no matter what, because if you fail one gank while the enemy jungler is farming, you're pretty much permanently behind for the rest of the game. While I still think this mostly holds true for competitive jungling, solo queue is an entirely different story. The first step here is thinking about the nature of jungle in the current state of League. With the exception of a few champs like Kindred, Karthus, Evelynn, Fiddlesticks, and maybe a couple others, jungle is largely not a carry position. What does this mean? It means that you will not be the reason your team wins past 15 or 20 minutes. That's just not what these jungle champions are meant to do. So I've come to believe that the best way to play jungle, again outside the confines of the previously mentioned hyperscalers, it is best to be insanely aggressive and gank a lot. Do whatever you can to help your laners get ahead early, because newsflash, their champions are more suited to carry than yours. Even if the players are dumb, which they likely are, it's still probably the best option to try your best to help your team. That is a jungler's role after all. What does this mean? Maybe not doing a full clear every single camp rotation. It's okay to skip camps where there's an available gank. Be active early and get objective snowballing. I'm not saying you should be ignorantly aggressive. You still need to pick and choose ganks and fights based on wave states, map states, and things like this, but largely, especially in solo queue, I suggest being as aggressive and active as early as possible. This also limits your teammates' abilities to coin flip lose the game before you finish your full clear, and trust me, that's happened way too many times. I think there are many positives to this playstyle, which I've come to understand in a solo queue environment. And even when you're playing those hyperscalers like Kindred, Karthus, and Evelynn, that doesn't mean that you can't be aggressive early. It just means that farming your camps is a valid playstyle, because those champs can carry games. But to climb ranks in solo queue as jungle with the current state of the role, I think being super active early is your best bet. Except that jungle isn't a role that you can consistently carry games with, and that the game will eventually reach a point where it's left in the hands of your teammates. With that said, do everything you can to help them early. Thanks for watching, see you next time.